Today, going to highlight the first circular saw. This is the first saw that we are going to receive in our warehouse in EMEA area in the Netherlands. And I waited to dive into this product. We have a lot of videos. Basically, if you ask my opinion, this is one of our best products that we have. So I'm going to take you up close into the mechanics of the saw and around the machine. Normally the machine standard comes with a 5.5 meter inclined magazine. Of course, in our showroom we didn't demonstrate the inclined magazine, but just the saw at itself, because in the end it's all about the cutting. And then the movement of the material starts with 5.5 meter standard, which the distribution centers in the USA, in APAC, and also in the Netherlands for EMEA area are keeping in stock. But when you have something special or square material that you want to transport into a high-speed circular saw, it's also possible. We made lots and lots of solutions. You can all find them in the playlist in YouTube from APAC, USA, and EMEA. So I'm going to open up the doors, so if the camera comes a little bit up close, then I can show you what is inside. So you have two doors in the front, and basically it's all about this, where the blade is installed. So you see here that we have a movable front vise, split, a top clamp which goes down to hold the material and to also to hold the force. What is very special is that the head is 45 degrees canted, and this is more to have a better torque. We did a lot of studies because we have also circular sawing machines high speed where it is flat and the saw comes in the material like that. But by canting it 45 degrees, the torque and the efficiency of the gearbox is increased by 30%. So therefore we have chosen for, as a main product in EMEA and USA, to choose for the canted head moving construction. To change the blade, it's fully covered by a heavy duty cover. So to change the blade, it's pretty simple. You unlock these 3 bolts, then the door opens. This big nut in the middle holds the blade, carbide tipped of course, and this pipe is basically for the mist spray unit. We have a 2-liter mist spray unit, and we can adjust it here, more or less combination air with oil. What is very important also next to the complete construction is the main motor. So it's an 18.5 kilowatt motor. The hydraulic motor is 3 kilowatts, and the servo motor of the downfeed is also 3 kilowatt. When you look inside the machine, then you see here that we have a spiral type chip conveyor, hydraulically driven, so basically can never break, and it moves out the chips on the side. So I'm going to walk you a little bit more to the side of the machine, so we can have a look on the massivity of the whole construction. Of course, this cover is CE protected, so you cannot go in with your hand, and we have a few options. So this cover, but also in stripes. It is just what you want. When we take a look on the side, every cover that opens, including the front cover, is guarded with a security switch. So the moment the machine is on, you cannot open the door because it holds the door. And when you open the door, or where the sensor is broken or the cable is broken, then it also shuts off the machine. You cannot operate it. So this is the servo drive. We use an Innovance servo drive. This is basically our home product, Innovance worldwide global brand, and this is where it's all about. The massivity, if you have a close look here, the massivity of the block, completely cast iron block, and then also milled on our Okuma bed milling machines to have smooth surfaces and all that kind of stuff to mount our gear on. Going to walk around on the other side. So of course here you have the touchscreen, operation panel. Basically this is our own touchscreen. When you see it on the bandsaws, it's mounted like this and the logo is here. And basically, of course, you have a manual mode and automation mode. So when you want to set things manually, you do it here. And when you want to go to automation mode, it takes you into 4 steps in order to do an automated process. The reset button to reset the alarms, which you will see in the electrical cabinet, that we have safety modules to check upon the cables, everything according to the CE standards. When we look into the first cabinet, what is for me, something that is very significant when you build machines, that is everything is clean mounted, and everything is machined on our plate laser machines and bending machines, and you can clearly see that everything is machined, everything is standard. This is a 100mm, so C-100PRO circular, high-speed circular saw. The least of the production, but we produce this machine in mass volume, mostly for mainland China and other big markets, and we hope to do a lot of business also in the EMEA area and USA area, but we are very strong in building these circular saws. So when you look a little bit more close, you see the hydraulic unit over here, you see the 2-liter mist spray unit over here. And then for the linear guiding, we have an automatic linear guiding device, so which you can set up yourself how many times it needs to grease the linear guides. So some filters for the air. And then this is the cylinder for the front vise, and this is the cylinder for the top clamp. And over here you see the suction unit on the top. This is the inner side, and when we go up, you see that on the height we have a big suction unit. I tested it, and you can clearly see that the mist really is picked up and sucked through the filter. So I'm going to show you a little bit the electrical cabinet. Everything nicely mounted like it should. So inverter, the servo drives for the feed and for the down feed, for the feed of the material and the down feed, and of course the safety modules for the CE, and a huge filter for filtering basically the electrical cabinet, and also the brake resistors to make sure that when a door opens that the saw stops immediately. Going a little bit around the machine. So when you have an incline magazine, then this basically is fully covered, and the magazine goes basically tilts the material inside the vise. Therefore it's 5.5 meters, because including the 800mm stroke, it basically is like 6.2 in feet capacity. So it's basically built for bars of 6 meters. You want longer, it's all possible. So it tilts the material inside the vise clamps, and basically takes it into the machine. The vise runs over 2 linear guides over here. So you see that it's nicely greased, and 2 linear guides left and right. And you see that this cylinder tilts the table and basically makes sure that the material is tilted and also moves smoothly into the saw. When you look into the side, we left the cover open. You see here the hydraulic tank with the hydraulic motor, 3 kilowatts. Everything is closed, so this is how the machine is shipped, and this is how the machine is filled up already from the factory. And now we are going to show you slowly how the machine cuts. We did already the tour around the machine, so now I'm going to take you up closer to the program, and also we will show you how the machine is cutting from the back, and we will show you how the machine is cutting from the front. So to make clear, there are limit switches over here that hold the door, but we made it like this to be able to show you the cut to the front. So then you know. So when I want to show you the program, this is basically the first start screen. We have the sawing setting, we have the manual mode, we have the automation mode, which it takes you in 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Then we have some advanced functionality, and then also we have the status info. When you have the sawing setting, it all starts with the program which blade diameter is inside. So in this case we have a C-100PRO with a 360 millimeter wide blade and with 60 teeth inside. When you push the material, we have a bar loaded up of 62 diameter. It's C45, but of course you can also choose different pre-programmed material types. In this case it's C45 what I'm going to choose, and then immediately he's going to show you the cutting rate. This cutting rate, in our opinion, with the experience of the power of the machine, is a little bit too low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise it up to the recommendation of what the factory learned me, and also to demonstrate you what it can do. The next thing that I'm going to do is I want to show you an automatic cut. So basically it takes you to those 3 steps. I already did this part. I want to check the length. I programmed 100,000 pieces, already cut off 68, 15 millimeters of length. And now I basically want to start the auto sequence, and it's going to ask confirm or not. So I'm going to press confirm, and now we're going to start the video from the back to see how the bar is loading, measure the first tip of the bar, and that's basically immediately the first cut. So there is an automatic 0 point measurement, or let's say measurement of the start of the bar is already inside the machine.